tonight, come out tonight, come out tonight. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight and dance by the light of the moon?
Something happened just now.
Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight, come out tonight, come out tonight. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight and dance by the light of the moon? Stopped her and we had a talk, had a talk, had a talk. We took up the whole sidewalk and left no room for me. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight, come out tonight, come out tonight. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight and dance by the light of the moon?
Hee-haw!
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 Hee-haw, George!
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to our live stream of Old Fashioned Catholics.
I'm Nick.
I'm Kevin, and we have joining us our good friend Father Mike.
Hello.
Hey.
You guys, I've never used these kinds of earbuds before. You both sound like surround sound in my head. It's unbelievable.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, I feel like I'm at like the Dolby Digital.
Oh yeah, as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
As it should be.
Nice.
It should be centered. There we go. There. Well, it's happening. We're doing this.
I
Nick,
didn't.
you've got an amazing microphone.
Thank you. Thank you. You know what this is? This is an itty bitty Samson Go mic. That's a $30 mic. But at the store in town, you could buy a little foamy windscreen over it.
That's awesome.
And so it makes it look way more professional than this little thing. So there we go. It helps with the
Speaking of professional, plosives. Speaking of professional,
you
guys.
Oh, you got your glass?
Yeah,
Kevin,
dude.
do you have your glass?
It's amazing.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
See the etching in the milk.
So I guess we should start off. What are you guys drinking? Because I actually forced so much of this. I just forced them to drink something that occurs in the movie, something that might happen within It's a Wonderful Life. So I'll go in the bar scene. It's a double bourbon, so I got a double bourbon. That's what I got here. So what do you got, Kevin?
I have my glass of milk because Clarence first asked for a glass of milk before the mulled wine, if I have that correct in my brain.
Yeah.
And then I just have wine. It's just a normal wine. But I did, as I sent a picture to you guys, I got actual like scotch because we serve hard liquor here for hard men who want to get drunk fast. Not that I'm going to get drunk.
No, or at least not fast. So
he's not fast. We'll pace ourselves.
Yeah, we gotta do that. So actually here, so what we'll do is our editor Jesse, he did a good job of even making something up for us. So we're gonna put our drinks up on the screen, what we're doing, and you can take a second if you want to and make yours. And here is what we got. There you go. It doesn't have any sound, but there you go. I got double bourbon milk, and then he put in there the dad's line about gin, not one drop. Oh,
Dad. Oh, okay, Dad.
So there you go. We got it.
Nick, this is like fulfilling your dream right now. This is a dream come true. This happening right now. That's a conglomerate of a bunch of dreams.
It is. It is. So I guess for people listening, I do that there are some families doing movie night. We have disabled comments, and so we can't actually see. Somebody else is probably viewing it. I don't know how many people are currently viewing it, but we do know we have some families watching and stuff. So a couple of things. One, we won't be checking in. Like if you get behind or something, once in a while, we'll try to say where we are. And we won't know if people are joining late. So if you join late, once in a while, we'll say where we are. We've set up a watch party, so we'll be on the same page with playing and pausing and stuff. But for you guys, just, tag along. Another thing, it's going to be like, we'll probably stop a lot because we want to talk about how much we love the movie. I know Kevin, he mentioned the other day that he was at the store and he found this It's a Wonderful Life magazine. And today I found it as well.
Yes.
And it's this, if we had done this 3 days later, this is the 75-year anniversary of the movie. So December 20th, 1946, it came out. So Kevin's got a ton of stuff he's been reading up on the movie. And so we're going to pause a lot, or at least talk over the movie a lot. So if this is the first time you've ever seen it, you might not want this to be the first time you ever see it. But you do want this to be one of the times. Yeah, we're going to ruin it.
Someone said,
but it's not about you.
Yeah.
I had I told some people, they're like, oh yeah, you're doing the watching the movie. And they said, but Father, you hate when people talk during movies. And I said, you're right. What am I doing? But we're gonna do it.
Well, I know, yeah. So this is more exploratory. You know, we're gonna just dive into why we like the movie.
Stretching.
Yeah. Yep. Indeed. So when we have it set up here, do you guys all have the watch screen set up on your thing as well?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. So I'm gonna push play for a second just to get it there. Okay. So did you guys get one bell ring just now?
The beginning of the first bell ring. Yep.
Okay. So if you are at home watching and you're trying to sync up as close as possible, again, the reason we're doing it this way is because we can't have it on screen. We can't have any audio come through our mic or they'll block it. And we can't have any of the stuff on screen. So if you're at home watching, I know some of the people who are, then just cue it up to that first bell ring and we'll just, I guess, go from there. Kevin, thoughts? Any thoughts, Father Mike?
Well, there's a chance your DVD will have the same amount of time on the movie, although I don't know how close that'll be. You know, it's a 2 hour and 10 and 34-second movie the way we're looking at it. And the very, very first bell ring right at that, you'll be within a second of us if that's where you have it queued up.
Yeah, so I'm going to give it, just in case people are struggling in, we just can give it a couple of, like maybe a minute or two for them to get queued in.
Nick and Father, your audio is quite good. Is mine okay? Can you hear me okay?
You sound great.
Yeah,
okay.
It's good.
All right. Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. Anything else? We just need to buy like 60 seconds, 90 seconds.
We do? Well, in that case.
Yeah. Oh.
In the last couple of years, I don't know about you guys. Maybe you've told me this, Nick, but I don't know if you and I have talked about this, Father Mike. I've started watching it 2 separate times a year. Like kind of in relatively close succession. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what made me start doing that. I think it was because I finally got the DVD and I wanted to see it in black and white and in color. But this will be the second time I watched it this year. I watched it just a week ago with my kids and they had never seen it or anything like it. And they were glued. They could not stop watching. And they've been talking about it ever since. And like singing Buffalo Gals. My daughter sang Buffalo Gals today around the dining room. Like, oh wow, that's pretty good. So Nick, you noticed really funny that it's rated PG-13. You should read the description of why it's rated PG-13 for those who want to protect their children.
Wait, let me guess. It's rated PG-13 for depictions of drinking.
That is listed
and
in there, yes.
Violence. Watch out, Bert. I'll sock your lip again. And is there another one?
There's a whole long list.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
In fact, yeah. Let me. Kevin, I'm just looking for the screenshot I took of it because I have no memory. I can't find it right now. Okay. It's not up on the screen for some reason, but yeah, it's a long list of things, surprisingly so. And I can't fathom. I mean, Kevin was like, wait, I showed my kids a PG-13 movie and this is the one, like, this is the only one they've seen. But Kevin, Father Mike, do you guys remember the first memory you have of watching the movie? Do you have any younger?
Well, 2 things. One is I just discovered that I remember when they invented the PG-13.
Oh, really?
I was 10 years old. Yeah. It was 1984. They invented PG-13. And I can't remember the first movie. It might have been for like Goonies or I wonder what was it? What movie was responsible for the creation? Temple of Doom.
Oh,
that was what
it was.
Jones. Yep.
Oh,
and because it was PG. It was PG and some parents were upset. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back, according to this article. So
that's great.
I remember that because I remember watching Temple of Doom and loving it, also being like, this is scarier than Raiders of the Lost Ark, except for that melting face scene. But
except for that, same thing as a kid. Like that movie is scary. That's a different kind of movie than
Temple of
Lost
Doom.
Ark.
Yeah. Kalima, shock today. Kalima.
Yeah, like right in.
Okay. Right to the heart. You asked
Yeah.
a question though, and the question was, first time
yeah.
you ever have a memory of seeing this movie. So this movie is, when people say, "What's your favorite movie of all time?" I say this movie is my favorite movie of all time. Others have had the title. I mean, Shawshank is amazing. Braveheart is incredible. Forrest Gump, I can watch any time of day or night. And also, there's other movies that are even more classic, Chariots of Fire. But for whatever reason, this one has remained. It's not only the movie I say is my favorite movie of all time, but I'll rewatch it every year and still like it. So Braveheart was up there forever, and I haven't seen that in 15 years, 20 years.
Sure.
So, but we watch this movie. I watch it alone usually. So this is a unique experience. I watch it alone because there are at least 4 times during this movie where I will break down and cry.
I know.
And so this is, I'm just going to sink back into the darkness back here. Just go off screen. And because hats, hoodies. Because this is, I watch it every year. My family will watch it on Christmas Eve. While we're opening presents, we will watch White Christmas with Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye, and we'll reenact Sisters, both the girl version and the boy version. And then after that, it's either this movie or Muppets Christmas Carol, and whichever one doesn't get chosen on Christmas Eve gets played on Christmas Day.
Those are some solid family traditions, all right in a row.
Yeah, man. Kevin, what about you?
My first memory would have been seeing it in passing on TV, probably when we were getting ready to go to my grandma's or do our Advent wreath on Christmas Eve, probably during its TV marathon. So my first memory of it was not seeing the whole thing, it was just seeing parts of it.
Sure.
And his brother almost drowning scene is the one that was burned in my early memory, and him saving his brother. And that to this day, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it again.
That's so crazy. Yeah, that's awesome. And that's like right at the beginning of the movie. So your memory was like from that stood out to you.
Yep. How about you?
Yeah, I don't know. I asked the question without having an answer myself. I just remember, I mean, I watched it every year and cried every year. And I think the I can't get through, the richest man in town. Like, I think that even as a kid, I remember like just blubbering. Like, that's just, I don't know. There's something so, well, we'll get there when we get there, but it's just so pinnacle about it. Good, Father.
I would say that I remember the first memory, I think, is actually of a remake of It's a Wonderful Life, where the title character, the main character, was a woman. And I have to look it up if this is a real movie.
No, that sounds familiar.
Because I remember her in the scene. It happened one Christmas. Okay. Yeah, the film, a gender reversed version of the film It's a Wonderful Life. Mary Bailey Hatch, young woman who dreams of seeing the world but's forced. Okay. And Marlo Thomas was the actress.
It happened one Christmas?
Happened one Christmas, yeah. And I remember it because I remember the scene of her running down Bedford Falls. The Merry Christmas, Bedford Falls. And I just, for whatever reason, I mean, I didn't dislike it, didn't like it. I remember, wait, this is an older movie where there's a guy who did this. That's
sure.
So it was a long time ago. It might have been on TV, of course. So it came out in 1977. I do want to. 4 years old.
You go, Nick, and then I have one factoid.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Oh, my one factoid is because I don't want to stop the movie to say this, but I just found out in reading that magazine, a lot of people knew that the movie didn't do well in the box office its first year.
Yeah.
But it became an American classic by accident. You guys probably both know this. So the rights renewal, keeping it off of network TV, got suspended or expired by accident, and so networks grabbed it up and shoved it on TV in December, and that's where everybody, this was in the 80s, saw it or rediscovered it or first discovered it, and that's when it became the instantly loved classic that it is today.
Also, that's amazing. Like we might not even have any idea except for it expired and they put it on TV.
Yep, it's pretty cool.
One thing about the It Happened One Christmas, the remake.
Yeah.
In the list on the Wikipedia, it says it was starring, starring Marlo Thomas, Wayne Rogers, Orson Welles, and Cloris Leachman. Cloris Leachman's in this.
Really?
But the
Orson
interesting
Welles.
thing here is that it's Marlo Thomas, Wayne Rogers. So as I'm looking at the screen, it says Thomas Wayne.
Oh,
Bruce Wayne's dad.
That can't be an accident.
No, there's something there. Do you know that Kennedy's secretary was named Lincoln and Lincoln's secretary was named Kennedy?
No, I didn't.
Come on.
True. Do you also know that Lincoln was shot in a Lincoln was shot in a theater and his attacker ran to a library, and Kennedy was shot from a library and his attacker ran to a theater?
Did you learn this from Kahoot?
So did you?
No, I learned it. But seriously, no, but really.
So there was we just this year for the first time we read the short story that this is based off of. So the guy, it's like Philip Van Doren or something like that. He wrote this little like short story called The Greatest Gift, and so we bought that this year and read that at night, and it's funny because it's the bare bones of it. It's quite different. I mean, he's like a politician who's hard on his luck or whatever, and but some of the stuff is very, very similar. But he kept trying to shop it out to get published, and nobody would take it. And so, kind of like in frustration, one year he just printed it on 24 pages and sent it to 200 people as a Christmas card. It was just like here's a short story for Christmas, Merry Christmas. And Capra got a hold of it and was like, "Yeah, this is it." And and that's like, if he hadn't made that little Christmas card to those 200 people, then again we wouldn't have this movie. So I thought that was cool. It's a cool story. It's very, very quick. It's very easy read. But.
So your family are like It's a Wonderful Life junkies by this point, Nick. You've gotten them all into it. They know all the details.
Yeah, we've been. Yes, I have a bell. They gave me a bell last Christmas. That's like the hard, like actual, like replica of something from the movie, or it's not an actual bell, but and they know how obsessed I am. And our family photo this year was Jason set it all up that we would be in the position of them. I don't know. If you've seen that, Kevin, did you get to see the picture?
I did.
I okay.
Did.
I'll hold it up and then we can get moving, because I know Father has a bedtime and we have to respect that. We really do.
Somehow.
So here, cancel. There we go. Cancel. Here you go.
Let's see it.
So we had this one.
Make yourself big. Make yourself the big screen.
Oh, okay. I can do that. Okay, I see. I'll go like here. No, this is it. Just me?
Yep, just you.
Okay, there we go. So we had somebody make like the cover of the movie poster. That it's just we're in the exact same position as the kids were. We had to throw Christian in there because he's an extra kid peeking around.
That's awesome.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, there. I made my Facebook these two pictures. So the one is the movie and then the one is us.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
good.
Pretty obsessed. Sometimes unhealthy. But at the same time, like I'm convinced, like I think this is more than a movie, I'd say. This is, I don't know. It's so deep. Yeah,
I don't think it's possible to love Mary too much. I don't think it can become unhealthy.
Yeah, no. Father, I know he has some stuff to say about Mary Hatch. Mary Bailey.
Mary Hatch, Mary Bailey, Donna Reed.
Yeah, Donna Reed. It was her first role ever.
Really?
That was her,
this is George. This is Jimmy Stewart's first role back after the war.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
while he had PTSD at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess there are some things like I mean I know I'll resist a little bit the temptation to pause it and stuff, but we do have people a good chunk of people watching. I'll resist a little bit, but like that's kind of the point, is to do this and kind of like dissect it and explain why it's the greatest movie.
So if you're tuning in with us, we are queued up at the very first bell ring at the opening credits. And if you thought that we were going to be showing the movie on the screen, sorry, we'll see you later. You can sign off because we don't have it. We're not allowed to show it. So
we tried. I looked
looking
everywhere.
at our faces.
Yep. I'll ask this just real quickly. Anybody who's at home watching, we have families at home. There's about 30 people watching right now. If you are in a unique setup, like if you have it projected on a big screen and then we're in your ear or something. Will you take a picture of like how you guys sat down and watched this? It'd be fun to know, just to see the different ways you finagled it. And lastly, I have to say, since we started doing Old-Fashioned Catholics, we have a regular listener named Renee Walker, and she listens all the time. And then she has supported us financially as missionaries. And then the other day, I got a box in the mail, and she sent a huckleberry pie from Idaho. So
That's awesome.
we've been doing this diet all week. I haven't been able to eat it until now, Renee. So I think you're watching. I want to say thank you for the huckleberry pie, which I don't even know if huckleberry is a thing, but
send that woman a glass, my friend.
We will. I have her address.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Huckleberry pie. Are we ready to roll, guys? I think we're ready to roll.
No, yes.
No,
I'm your
okay.
I'm your Huckleberry.
I don't know it.
Nope. Matthew McConaughey? No.
Val Kilmer in Tombstone.
Ghost in the Darkness. Oh,
Doc Holliday. As Doc Holliday, he would say,
okay,
I'm your Huckleberry. It was like an iconic line of like an iconic role.
Of a movie I never saw.
You never saw Tombstone?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'll get on that.
It's a pretty good movie.
I'll get on it.
It's okay. I didn't love it. I just,
It's a Wonderful Life.
Just watch that next double feature.
Yeah. We'll just keep it rolling tonight. Okay. Well, again, I'm going to pause it all the time. You feel free to tell me to pause whenever, and we'll say it loudly so those at home can pause as well, and we can talk about it. Is everything good? We should start.
Let's do it.
All right.
Very first bell. Count it down.
3, 2. I just started it on 2.
What a jerk. Oh, wait, there it was, Nick. I'm sorry. There it was.
Oh, it talks about the Philip Van Doren Stern right there.
Yes. And the graphics are amazing. Yeah.
I just want to say, like, the fact that it starts with prayer is often like I just overlooked that. The fact that it starts with all of them like interceding for him, that's really deep.
I always liked how real the prayers were. They're just so simple.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna pause it for a second. Okay, there. I paused it. We're at 5 minutes and 8 seconds. I'm pausing. So one of the things, and this is just more from like the technical side of things, but this movie is, and I guess maybe it's a given to people, but it is a constant roller coaster on purpose. Like there will be serious stuff, and it'll switch to just like this. It'll switch from I just saved his life to them joyful. And it does it over and over through the movie. Like there's so many serious, like really low points in this movie, but then they're always punctuated with like moments where you can breathe, and it's done so well that you almost don't notice it's happening. But like from the get-go, from the beginning, like from the first time you see George Bailey, like it's that, and in his concern for others and his brother is like it's made evident right in the beginning. In the first scene he's in, let's go boys, that's the first thing he says when he starts sliding down, and the whole movie is his outward focus, and it's incessant. Like it never stops. It's so good. So okay, yeah. Anything you can comment if you want.
The roller coaster is about to drop again, and this might be my favorite moment in the whole movie. Yeah, coming up here when they're in the druggist store.
Again, like, but the lead up, if you watch the lead up to the druggist store, to like one of the most emotional things you ever see on cinema, like the lead up is perfectly written. It's lighthearted, and she's sticking out her tongue, and there's sassafras, and she's talking in his ear. But then it happens so fast. Capra does that just so amazingly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, Father, anything before I push play?
I just already getting there because, like Kevin said, this is one of my favorites. I'm gonna leave the screen.
yeah. I just maximized the movie. I can't see you anymore, Nick.
That's okay. That's good. All right. I'm going to push play in 3, 2, 1.
They were whistling Buffalo Gals.
Were they?
Yeah.
Hot dog. Ain't paying you to be a canary.
It's so good.
Say brainless.
Brainless.
Sorry.
Such a good diss.
It's so good.
Sorry.
the greatest moment.
So good.
So it's lighthearted. She's looking at him with love already.
So that would have been the 1918 Spanish flu, probably.
He's do you want anything? Do you need anything, Mr. Gower? Do you want anything?
Just a bottle of poison.
Ask Dad. He knows.
Ask Dad.
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
So
I'm not.
No,
I'm
do
not
it.
gonna keep doing that.
That's Dad. He
you're
knows.
supposed to. That's why
Sweet
you're here.
Sapporo cigarettes. She sees the whole thing, and she's still there when he gets back.
Yeah, Kevin pointed that out. I never noticed that. Mary watched that whole thing happen.
She knows.
She knows his secret.
She knows him. She knows his character.
Okay, I'm going to pause in 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Okay. So again, the one of my podcasts I did last year or 2 years ago about this, the fact that like you only see his dad twice, you only get 2 very, very small conversations, but like George ends up being his dad. He ends up emulating his dad in his lifestyle. He lives out what he saw his dad do. And like I was putting myself in this scene. If I were in a really tense scene with the nemesis of the movie, the antagonist, I wouldn't be polite to my kid. Like I wouldn't, like if Davy barged in, I would not have it in me to be kind. And you only get a few sentences from the dad. And what you get is like, it's okay, son, I'll talk to you when I get home. And even that, like, he's not even mad at Potter. He's like, why are you so, like, what makes you so unhappy? Like he's appealing to his nature. Like this guy is so good. And again, like technically the script is written so well to like get that across, but this is like the portrayal of this man who, I mean, he's beaten his whole life emotionally and whatnot. He just didn't back down, and it killed him, but he didn't back down. He was kind to Potter. He was kind to his son in the time of when he's being attacked. It's so good. And then the one, we'll pause it when we see him again, but anything about that before I push play? Because I'm going to do this the whole movie. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
You're allowed, my friend.
Okay, pause. They pause it as well. But I mean, do you see what Capra did? Like, he didn't allow you any time. Like, the onslaught of, his dad, and the tension builds with Potter, and then it moves into like the worst. Like don't hit my sword here again. Don't hit my sword. Like that, like depth of emotion, and then it moves right immediately. It breaks that for you. Like, it doesn't. You can't take that to continue, so it breaks it, and it gives us George growing up there. Nope.
Did you guys catch what? I've never heard it because I'm wearing headphones. This was the first time. Did you hear what George's dad said after he shut the door?
Well, yeah, I caught it, but I don't remember what he said.
He said, "Mr. Potter, you just humiliated me in front of my son."
Really?
No,
yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah. That's cool.
Well, even that whole scene though, with it showing George again, like he's, bleeding out his ear, and he's still saying, "I know you feel bad. I won't tell anybody. I'm not going to tell anybody.
Right.
It's okay." Like the empathy written into him, like as a person, is so deep. It's just, oh my gosh, it's so good.
Man.
Okay.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
I like George Bailey.
Not a soul.
A magic carpet. Dang it, sorry. I'd probably say that once a week.
Could not have picked a better car horn for that.
Yep. Family man. All right, and then so pause. Sorry, everybody watching, pause. So again, this is the only other time you see the dad, and it's funny because growing up, I never put 2 and 2 together that this conversation is the last thing he ever says to his dad. He never sees his dad again. Yeah. And it changes the whole like feel of it when like this is it. This is the last thing you get from your father. And the fact that again his dad, the last thing his dad says to him is, "Go have fun, son." When we know what the dad has been doing his entire life up until the moment of his death, and he's telling his son, "Just go have fun, son." I mean, they do have the conversation coming up about like, "I kind of always hoped you'd stay," and he's like, "I got to get out of here," and he's like, "Okay, yep." And he says, and I don't want to interrupt it when it happens, but he talks about like, this town is no place for anybody who won't bend to Potter or bow to Potter. But his dad never bows to Potter. Like he's saying that, but he doesn't. Like he still, the building alone remains. And So like it's the contrast is so crazy. The script is so perfect on the way the dad handles his kids and loves his kids, but also shoulders the responsibility till he dies. It's crazy.
How many people probably wish their last words to their dad could have been, "Hey, I think you're a great guy." And
I think you're a great guy.
You want to know a secret?
Man.
I think you're a pretty great guy.
So at least George isn't wondering, "Oh, I wish I would have been able to say something good to my dad before he died."
Mm-hmm. And again, this is one of the most memorable scenes, happy wise, because they're they're dancing at the gym, and it starts now. It's uproarious, and the chandelier swinging, and then he meets Mary, and it's all this amazing thing. But it was accented by the slapping of the ear, and then it gets pivoted by what's about to happen to his dad that night at the end of all the fun. It's just crazy. We're at 14 minutes and 25 seconds. If you're listening.
I don't have to explain it to you.
No, never mind.
She plays his mom in 5 movies.
Really?
Yeah.
You idiots. Never heard that sound like such a compliment.
He spanks her. So bad.
So bad.
Oh, come on. Telling this to his 18-year-old son.
Yeah. Here it is. Oh, have a good time. Son. And that's it. That's what he. That's. I think that's just so well written. There's so much in that relationship there. In that short little conversation, you get so much about his dad and about what he saw his dad be. Because we've talked so much on this channel about being dads and stuff. And so, yeah, I just think it's so good. So good. Sorry, I didn't mean to pause it out. Keep going.
No, it's awesome.
The dance.
You might recognize one of these faces. From the Little Rascals.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. And it's done.
So that's Alfalfa from Little Rascals.
That's so cool. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
What a fun dance.
So fun. This is a real school. They still use it in California. Yeah, I know.
Really? Man, that pool is so far down there.
I know.
I've always wondered that.
So many people were injured.
Were they?
No. I don't think so.
this is chaos. Even as a child, I thought that is horrible. And this guy dives in on top of people.
It looks so sketchy when they're all jumping on top.
How that guy dove? He dove right there.
Yeah, the guy dove head first.
My gosh, people.
Is that tough for you, Kevin?
Kevin, your face says it all.
Oh, you guys are supposed to be on full screen.
Guess what? It's bedtime, okay?
Why only last year you were 17?
I never understood that. She's a genius.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to pause in 3, 2, 1. So, Kevin, did you read in the magazine about this scene?
No, I missed this part.
Oh, okay. So they hired her for the role, and in this scene, they had a sharpshooter off camera ready to plink the window out because they assumed she couldn't throw well. But like she grew up on a farm and played baseball, and so she had a rock. And their plan was, you give her a shot or whatever, but we'll just have to film a scene where we shoot it out at the same time. And she nailed it the first throw. So like it's real. She knows everything about this role. So yeah, I just
that makes me happy.
Even the throwing.
Makes me
Okay.
happy.
3, 2, 1. We are at 25 minutes and 51 seconds. Go. As a ghost.
I'm going to cancel your wish, bro.
He gets it better that time.
This guy.
Come back here, bub. Show you some kissing, put some hair on your head.
The smile on her
Sorry.
face when the guy stormed inside. She was just smirking.
This is a very interesting situation is so perfect.
I know.
Yes.
You cannot have said it any better. Little turd. What was that?
It's Jacelyn.
It's beautiful.
And George is trying to go. He's trying to get out. You can
Trying
see him
so
like he's
hard.
agitated.
He's torn.
He's walking out of the room. He's trying to get out. 33 even. It's so good. And now they have bravery. They have courage because of him.
Right.
Okay, pause. We're pausing at 35 minutes and 23 seconds. So, out of all the moments in the whole entire movie, this is my favorite.
Oh, okay.
So, it's, and I'll prep it before we get there, and I won't stop it during. And just so you know, there's a crap ton that I've wanted to say already, and I'm not saying all the things I want
I
to
haven't
say.
said it.
But
Such
for me,
restraint.
this is the pinnacle. So he's at the train station. They're gonna pick up his brother. Brother gets off the train, and he's gonna, the new wife drops the bomb that his brother's been offered a job, and everybody walks away from him. And like just the writing and the acting, but like what it means on a deeper level to me is so huge. This is my favorite moment. It's like 13 seconds. It's my favorite 13 seconds in the movie, because and everybody knows the scene. He hears that he realizes what's going to happen, and he sees it. But he's standing at the train station. He's staying at the thing that he's always wanted to get on. Even later, he talks about right here. What are the 3 best sounds in the world?
Best sounds in the world.
Yeah, and yep. And so it's like he's standing at the place he's always been trying to get his whole life. And this is the moment his brother's coming home to take his place, and he gets to go now. He gets to leave. And that's where he's put all of his hope, his happiness. He's been trying his entire life to get to this moment where his brother comes back, and then he gets to go out. And his brother gets off the train, and within seconds, he realizes that he's never, ever going to get it. And so everybody walks away from him. And there's a moment his eyes are down, he's downcast. And just as an actor, like the technical side of things, but just on an emotional level too, you'll see in his face, he processes all of it, all of the loss, everything that has just pissed him off over the years. He processes it all on screen in seconds. You watch him, like he's down, he's heavy, he's downcast, he's leaning against the train, I think, or he's real close to the train. And even all the conversation, everybody leaves him like they've always done. They all walk away from him because they're all happy about what's going on in life. And they don't realize that they just shattered him, or his dreams anyway. And he's standing there, and you watch him, and there's a couple seconds where he's like in it. He's in the pit of it, like the wallowing, but he doesn't stay there. He starts moving, like he's walking through it, like he's working his way through it. And he doesn't stop. He doesn't let it stop him. And it's only a few seconds of walking through it. And you can see the gears spinning in his face and in his eyes. and he reconciles himself with it, so much so that as the dialogue fades back in and you can hear her voice and you can hear them talking, he smiles. Like he comes out of it in seconds and he's smiling. And he's like, and then again, like just from the very beginning of the movie and all the way through, his first words as he comes back into it, he asks her, like, so is this tell me about this job. Is this good for him? Is this good for Harry? Like
making sure it's okay for his brother.
He's already back on like, no, this is what I'm going to do. Like, it's just, I don't know if I've ever, it's just the greatest moment. It's so good. So anything before any comments, thoughts?
No, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, okay. That's a great assessment.
So, okay, here, we'll push play. We're at 35 minutes and 23 seconds.
At the train station.
And at the train station, 3, 2, 1.
Peanut.
Middle one. And we all know this.
Yep. Say it.
Okay. There was a lighting technician who dropped something off camera, and Uncle Billy, the actor, he just rolled with it and said, I'm all right, because it fit. And Frank Capra gave that lighting technician who made the mistake, gave him a $10 bonus that day, or like a $15 bonus that day.
I didn't know that
so
part.
Good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so good. Even the fact that I never knew actually till just like a couple days ago that he gave him a bonus because of it, because it just fits so well.
So good.
I'm all right. Come on.
All right. I'd probably say that every 2 weeks.
Yep.
So here's your hat. Here's your hat.
I picture you choosing your clerics, saying, I just wear this one. I don't care what I look like. All right.
Exactly.
Okay. Anything else? Anything?
Nope.
Okay. 38 minutes and 49 seconds. Go.
I don't know about wolf.
There it is.
Charge. It's such good writing because he says what Uncle Billy just said. It's just so good.
Mhm.
And then he goes the opposite way.
Opposite way.
What a rebel.
Still avoiding it.
What are you doing? Picketing?
Yeah. Wait for you, baby.
That guy. So weird.
So dirty. $10 miles.
Of course, most people know that the scene where they kiss coming up, like that wasn't scripted.
Yep.
There was a whole bunch of dialogue.
Well,
that they were supposed to do, but-
another page worth of dialogue.
Yeah. Okay, pause. 42:54. Yeah, the fact that so he had come back from war. This is his first thing since she was a brand new actress. He was super awkward to have to kiss her, and they would workshop the scene, and that he was so nervous about it that in the moment it ended up being what it ends up being on screen, and they just kept There's a bunch of those where they kept the first take. Oh, I thought you were gonna say something, Father.
Well, I was going to say that the the assistant director after this whole scene of Now you listen to me. I don't want any plastics. I don't want any ground floors. I don't get married to anyone ever. You hear me? I want to do what I want to do. And then, and then that's the kissing scene where, and Capra says, cut. And, okay, that's it. And the assistant director says, wait, there's a whole other page of dialogue here. And Capra says, do you just see that? That's the scene.
No way. That's so cool. Oh man. Okay. We're at 43 minutes and 2 seconds.
It's a big house. Justifying it to himself. Jeez.
Yeah.
Moping.
Such a grump.
Oh, that one stings.
So mad.
Oh, gosh. Turd.
Yeah.
So
He's such a jerk.
uncomfortable.
Of course I like her. She's a peach.
I had to talk over this line so my kids wouldn't hear it when she says what he's doing.
Yeah.
You idiot. Genius.
Evangeline. The moon.
Her mom's still crying.
Again, there's so much joy. It's uproarious. It's
Mhm.
grand. And so you know it can't last.
That's how you know.
Yeah.
It's me.
It's me. When she's like begging him, don't go, don't go.
This would have been about 1933, so height of the Depression.
And the visual when he runs up in front of the store right here, or the building alone, is so good. Just him against everybody standing there.
Mm-hmm.
He's always running down this corridor.
Yeah, right here. So good. And everybody's looking to him again. Like, it's his great moment. He just got married and they're just looking to him. Everybody. They don't care. They don't care what's going on. They're just waiting for him. Just kicking it back. All you can take with you is that which you've given away.
Mm. Still smiling.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that guy.
Yeah.
He's like the biggest jerk besides Potter. So she was supposed to say 1700, and she just added the 1750 to be more authentic. Rockefeller.
Never saw rabbits. I'm going to pause in 3, 2, 1. Pause that. It's 1 hour even and 16 seconds, or 16th of a second. So one thing that, like, what is the name of that channel? Is it like Stories of Old? I think it was like Stories of Old. There's a YouTube channel, like Stories of Old, and he did a thing on It's a Wonderful Life years ago. How it's the antidote, I think, to apathy or something like that. It's the antidote, something like that. Was it?
Maybe despair. Yeah, maybe despair, meaninglessness.
Oh, despair. Sure. It was despair. Yeah, but he points out something that I hadn't noticed, and it's a really good point. He pointed out that like everybody notices George and everything he's doing for everybody this whole movie, and he always is, and that's like his character arc. But that it's easy to forget that everybody in this movie is always doing things for him as well. Everybody is holding him up as well, and he doesn't see it as much. And as a viewer, you don't see it as much. But like from the beginning, when they're praying for him and interceding for him, and then all through the way where they're doing small things like Gower getting him the suitcase and all these things like along the way, everybody's holding him up as well. Like they're there for each other. It's like a huge image kind of the community of saints. But like this scene for some reason really gets me. Like, of course, Mary, you know, making lemonade. With the fact that Bert and Ernie, that they're there singing and they're putting posters up and we got to do this for George. Like it's so sincere, and they're out on a rainy night as well. They didn't have to be there. And this scene actually stands out more than some of the heavier stuff where people are there for them. It's these peripheral characters who are there for him as well.
Well, I was even thinking that when Mary says, "I've got $2,000," like that's like her saying like I'm on this team. You know, it's where she just it's like it's a pivotal moment where it shows her character too, that she's not just kind of also there. She is she's George's equal in magnanimity and that large-heartedness.
She's just as generous,
and knew exactly what she was doing by choosing him. Like she knew exactly what she was getting into, that this is what would be on the line for him and their family. She's all in.
Yeah, she knew what was on. So if she, because then that night they're in a rainy, broken down house. Of course, it's the one she always wanted to live in, but they're getting rained on, and they like she accepted that because a few minutes ago she's in the cab going, George, don't go, just like let's just go, which is more understandable for somebody to do.
Right.
Yeah,
and they
she does.
like
Gosh, so well written. Holy crap. Okay. Anything else? Okay.
Yep.
And
What are they, ducks?
what are they, ducks? Entree.
Monsieur.
Even this staging with the
Yep.
water in the hat is so good.
Subtle, so subtle.
They had to work on that. Like,
there it is. So good. It's double take.
It's so good. Yeah, and the cab driver walks away, comes back, and ends up pushing him again. Brilliant. So good. Potter's Field, it's so good. We are at 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 30 seconds. Oh, who cares?
The fact that he refers to himself as a young man always bothered me.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I never noticed that.
Everybody looked older back then.
Yeah. You're not a bright young man. You're a bright middle-aged man. We're
Yep.
the same age.
What if you retire? I never noticed that.
He tells his driver, Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, to Florida.
I like that she's got a baseball cap on. That's fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Sees his old jalopy.
That's such a cool lighter. I gotta find that.
Somebody pointed out, I'm pausing it at 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 38 seconds. Apparently there's just a ton of unique things on the desk in this scene that I'd never noticed before. And I don't know, was Kevin, did you ask me about the skull or did somebody else recently?
Not me. No, it wasn't me.
Oh, pointing out like he's got like this human skull on his desk and all these like random things and something about and somebody in some forum was saying how you'll notice like in this scene he's like all smiles, he's all like just greasy, like trying to pretend to be good, but everything around him is creepy as heck. Like there's like scowls and there's grumpiness and there's a skull and there's and his guy is all weird.
His Frankenstein,
yeah, his whatever his name is. And what a contrast it is. It's like really like devilish in the sense of he's trying to put on this good front, but everything surrounding him is just creeping in as just evil and wrong. Yeah, skull right there.
Yeah.
Opium spoon.
Yeah, that was an opium spoon.
Ah.
Or kill it. It's like 25 grand a year. Modern.
He's so wily.
Mm-hmm.
That's something up above $250,000.
There's
Can you pause it for a sec?
yeah. Pausing at 1
I'm just
hour,
sorry.
11 minutes.
It's just crazy. So I didn't catch all your references to the evil until you were talking about that. He basically offers him like the ability to feed his family, power, and money. Like the same
Yeah.
3 temptations of Jesus all at one time. He offers all of them to him and offers him basically a 10 times salary increase on the spot. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, that's all I got. That just blew my mind.
Well, no, like, yeah, I mean, and you see it in his face, in Jimmy Stewart's face. Like, wait, like, there's no reason he shouldn't take this. Actually,
Right.
like, I mean, in all actuality, like, it's not just everything he's ever wanted, but it's also able to take care of his family as well. Like, it's yeah, I'll get to travel, I get to give Mary all the things I want to, and though, like, it's more than everything he ever wanted.
Yep.
And it's very like Faustian, like he's just getting this offer that, well, why wouldn't I? And you see it in his face, he smiles and he's like, oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, like, yeah, it's so good. It's so well written.
You can have all the riches of the town if you just bow down and worship me.
And then so some of his dad's last words, like, okay, this is no place unless you're gonna crawl to Potter. And like and the fact that the Lionel Barrymore is just so brilliant, but the dude can't smile for real in this movie, like he's so corrupt, he can't do it for real. It looks so fake. He's got his fingers out there earlier when he was trying to smile. It's just so good.
Awesome. All right.
Okay, 3, 2. So we're at 1 hour, 11 minutes, 23 seconds, and go. There it is.
It's like he got slime on his hand.
Yeah, he wipes it.
And it goes for you too.
Keeps the cigar.
Yeah, he keeps the cigar.
Love it.
But then it's contrasted by getting to come home.
Yep.
And get the good news.
On the roller coaster. Where's Bedford Falls supposed to be?
I think it's upstate New York.
All right.
It's,
It's so good. That's when they introduce you to the knob.
Yeah.
Became nuns.
This is a good bunch of snapshots of Mary and how much she does and how generous she is.
Yeah.
When I'm an old man, I hope I talk like Lionel Barrymore.
Yeah.
Topped them all.
Smoking a pipe, George.
Man.
It's so good.
It's such good
Also
writing.
witty.
Oh my gosh. I have the hardest time liking Uncle Billy. He's such
You're
a
just like-
wreck and he causes so much trouble. And I shouldn't. I should be more
Exactly.
compassionate, but seriously. They write that character so well.
Such a doofus.
Bank examiner.
In a plane?
Can't even say it. It's like a swear word.
Elmira.
Yes. I guess I do those things. It's filled with perfect character actors.
Yep.
The whole movie.
And this is really the only scene that makes you just kind of want to hate Uncle Billy for a little bit.
Yeah, everything else he's
Well,
lovable.
Yeah.
Doofus, lovable doofus. And then this one's the one where you're
Yeah.
just like, come on, man.
Yeah. And this is where
It
George
comes
finally
because he's
snaps
being
on him.
cocky.
Yeah.
Slacker George.
Was in Europe. It's Germany. I think I love how they don't explain their jokes. Like he said, very jealous, very jealous. Only lost 3 buttons off his vest, and you have to put it together that his chest is puffed up because he's proud of his brother. You're like, that is incredible. You make the person watching figure out the joke.
Yeah, you make them engage right there. And the bank guy even knows. How about that finger?
Right,
Like that
exactly.
one.
Yeah. He knows Uncle Billy.
Potter's like those people in Wall-E.
Oh my goodness, with the TV screens.
He doesn't have to move himself. Just gets moved.
Come on, come on.
This is where George finally loses it with Uncle Billy too. It was finally the last straw.
Well, it's cool because they write a human character. Like, he's not perfect. He
Right.
does lash out.
So uncomfortable.
even that, where he's placing the blame on Uncle Billy, and he says it's not going to be me, but in a couple of minutes he takes the blame and he says it was him. Like this year I was begging Esther to start playing this song so I could walk around and be like yelling at her to stop playing that song.
Why do we have to have all these kids?
I've said that a bunch. Even the way
Excuse me.
Jeez.
I just can't believe they write that in. Like, that's just good. Because kids don't care what's going on 3 feet above them. They're just. Yeah.
Almost chucks it.
Why I oughta.
Almost right through the window.
Jeez.
I'll hang her up.
I'll hang her.
Oh, Mr. Wayne.
That bridge is amazing.
Yeah, it is. All these.
Mhm.
And he's still got that room, like that little side room with all those hopes in it and stuff. Like,
Yeah. Mary's up there. Pictures on the wall.
oh yeah. Hmm.
You've misplaced any lives.
Yeah. I'm going to pause. So it's 1 hour, 34 minutes, 57 seconds. Like everything about this is so stinking good. So he had this moment where Potter's trying to be like greasy and happy and like trying to, like, he's just totally diabolical. And George sees through it eventually and breaks free. But like when the fit hits the shan, like when it's really, when he's questioning everything, because like he breaks down all the models and stuff, but then he kind of realizes, like, as any dad and priest as father has noticed, the times when you realize how crappy of a dad you've been, like it isn't just like, oh, my hopes are gone and I don't get to like build a bridge somewhere. Like he turns around and his whole family's standing there and he's like been wrong. He's wronged all of them. He hasn't been who he should be in that moment. And then that he runs to like the evil character and like is lower than him, just sitting there like, please help me, Mr. Potter, please. And that's when he kind of gets into it, like when Potter kind of reveals himself and not just capitalizes on the moment just to like rub it in, but then makes him question. He's telling lies this whole time. Like those are lies. If he went to his friends, they would not run him out of town on a rail.
Right.
But he's lying to him in his weakness. And then that's where like the beginning of the movie is with the angels, like in that pivotal moment when his kids are praying for him, is he makes him question his own like worth of his own life. Like the fact that, you're worth more dead than you are alive. Like that's the worst. That's so evil to say to somebody in their worst moment. And that's when like the real Potter comes out. It's just so well written. It's so good. Any thoughts? Anybody? Anything besides me?
No, that's good.
All right.
You can unpause it. I'm still here.
Okay, 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 57 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. There's the picture from.
There's the picture.
Or pretty close, anyway.
It's coming up.
Oh, I'm going to pause.
Yeah.
1 hour, 35 minutes, 43 seconds. So in Martini's bar. So yeah, Jimmy Stewart had gone to war. He was in World War II, and he really brave. He had a lot of PTSD. Came back, and when they were filming this scene, they had a bunch of different, not a bunch, but they had different angles planned and different takes planned of the scene. And Jimmy Stewart was personally having an episode. He was having a really rough day.
Really?
And emotionally wasn't up for filming. And they went through with it. And you'll see in this where he starts praying and stuff, that when they get a close up of him, it's grainier. It's not as clear. It looks a little soft light in a sense. That's because they filmed this once, and it's one of the one takes that they did. They got done, and Capra was like, I just want that take, but they would normally film it again and do a close up and zoom up. But because it was just so real. He was really struggling that day from stuff that he had seen in war and everything. And he was like really having a rough one. So they just, then you zoom up, and when you zoom up on something, it's blurrier. And that's why the scene when they close up on him is like that, because they just kept that take again. That was Capra again saying like, nope, this is the one that we're getting. So little side note. Does anybody have anything else? Nothing?
Not at the moment.
Father?
Well, it's just so good. So I'm not sure. Let's keep rolling. Yeah.
All right. 1 hour, 35 minutes, 43 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
You look about like the kind of angel I'd get.
Such a good line. Just the difference in intent. He was about to jump in anyway, and he still jumps in, but like the intent behind it's just so good. And that guy's a moron.
Yes.
I don't know about the theological implications of just kind of a dumb angel, like a doofus, but
Or one that used to be a human as well.
yeah, that too.
Go through with it.
It still works though. Like it's still fine.
Mm-hmm. Cheerio, my good man.
He smiles at him. Sure.
Sure. Comes in handy down here.
Bob.
Yeah, he's like repeating what Potter says. It's just
Yeah.
That's amazing. It got to him. Good.
Yeah, my mom talks about how Clarence, he didn't know how to handle it, like he in the moment, but like he kind of looks to God and then he has it in the moment what to do. It's just kind of. Yeah, wait a minute. Pause. 144.50. Even the ear thing as like a tool throughout the movie to
Right.
like bring you back. I guess I didn't realize it until this moment. Like that's like because it's the first scene where he gets in the water, but then it's that the most emotional scene with Gower, and it's in every once in a while he'd be like, "What's that? Sorry, it's my bad ear," and he makes
You
a
always
reference
can't hear.
to it.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, he always can't hear. His whole life, he's maintaining the wounds from that. And it's even here. It's the first thing he notices. He starts like noticing that part of him is gone now. Like, which you would think he would, in a sense, be excited to finally be able to hear, but like it's so representative of everything else that has brought him to that point. I just think it's so cool. All right, 144.50. Oh, go ahead.
One of the things is that just that like all the things that cost him, they all cost him something, and so now here he is with a full ledger or whatever I want to say, like with a full account, where nothing's cost you. Like you don't have a busted lip, you don't have debt, you're not deaf, you're not cold anymore, your clothes are completely dry. Like there's that sense of like you don't have any obligations, no responsibilities, no liabilities. Like there's that sense of everything that you loved. Yes, like the pain is gone, the cost is gone, but also so is everyone you loved, and it's something about that.
Yeah, the fact that when you're in the moment, you would think I would feel so great if I was just relieved of all of these responsibilities.
Right.
If I could hear again, I wouldn't be in this debt. I wouldn't have all this like this crappy home, blah blah blah. But the second it's gone, like he very clearly realizes. Again, like, and I didn't talk about it in the beginning, but that the title is like that it is A Wonderful Life. And when you hear people talk about this movie, so often you have people say like, "Oh man, I can't stand that movie," because like this guy gets crapped on his whole life. Why? And then there's 2 minutes of goodness at the end. Why is that? No, he doesn't have a good life. And even that YouTube channel, Stories of Old, they talk about how at the end of the movie, nothing has changed except for the $8,000. I mean, his house still sucks. He broke all of his models. Like not one thing has changed, but his perception of it is his awareness of the reality that no, it was good the whole time, man. It was
really did have
fundamentally good. Yeah, you really, oh yeah, you really did have a wonderful life. And yeah, so just that you would expect him in this moment to be like, wait, I can hear again. I have no debts. Like what you were saying, like I'm free. Okay, then selfishly we think you'd just run off and just like, oh, this is great. This is what I always wanted. But there's no moment where he even feels that for a second. Okay. We're at 144.50 in 3, 2, 1. From now on, that's what I'm going to do in answer to anybody. Just
Must have been 2 other trees.
nice. That's that jerk from earlier, isn't it? Or no?
No, it's a different guy.
No, it's not him. Okay. It should be.
From the
Yeah.
bank?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be that jerk.
It sounds kind of like that guy.
Clarence.
Double bourbon. Wait a second. He asked for a flaming rum punch.
No, wait. Here it comes.
Drinks. Want to get drunk fast. Wait, why am I drinking milk?
I know.
Did I get this wrong?
No, it happened.
I think he says
Okay.
milk.
Hey, little fella.
Hell, fella.
Also, proof that Rodney Dangerfield watched this movie
Oh, yeah.
Why?
because he just stole everything from Nick the bartender.
That's it.
That
does it.
does it.
pause. 150, 156. I feel like that's when it gets real for him, like when he doesn't have a daughter.
Yeah.
Like
You're right.
she doesn't exist. I don't know. I just that's really hard to handle when he suddenly realizes, like, nope, not just that you didn't impact all these people, but you don't have a daughter. Zuzu doesn't exist.
So
That's
he
just
goes from
huge.
being confused to being all of a sudden panicked
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
that he can't take it back.
That's a good point.
All right. 3, 2, 1. I didn't have a
Runs
drink.
away. Cranky old Joseph. Always this corridor.
It was the biggest set that had ever been built when they built that.
Really?
Yeah, they built the entire downtown for this movie. There, since we've broken the emotional bit for a second, we're at 153.02. But they had one way of making snow, like back in the day, and it wasn't
Yeah.
working because they would normally spray paint cornflakes white. And
wow.
that's what they would use for snow when they would lay it around. But it was crunching so much in the microphones that they couldn't. It was ruining all the scenes when he would be out there. So they invented a new way of making snow for this movie. So that's cool.
Wow.
Side
Wow.
note. Yeah,
It turns
You're
out it was
dang right,
highly
yeah.
toxic. It didn't last very long.
It's highly toxic.
Yeah. It's like
Snow.
snow.
So snow.
There you go, Kevin.
Oh.
Come on.
Thanks. Oh, by the way, that's the worst song in film ever.
No, it's not.
That snows.
Stop.
Yes, it is.
It's
Yeah,
not.
and
No,
it's
it's
a
not.
different.
There's worse.
It's a different episode, but that song should never have existed.
There's worse.
Yeah, really. Kesha. Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1. We're at 1 hour and 53 minutes and 2 seconds.
Fights every
And
Wednesday
go.
night. Oh, he's just gonna beat him over the head.
He's gonna beat him. I know. Joseph.
Oh, shut up.
There's also something to like seeing your mom and having her not know you at all.
Yeah.
That has to be terrible.
Well, she says, well.
I love how Bert just opens fire.
Just opens
Into
fire
the
in the
night.
crowded. I mean, there's so many people.
One-handed.
Just waving it around. It was a different time.
People know how to duck.
Some years that line really gets me. Just depends on the year.
Yeah. And he's back to himself saying, I don't care what happens to me.
Yep.
I just,
I just
please
want my
just let me live
family.
again. So pointing out, yeah, that's never mind.
That's a good movie.
It's a really good movie. It's so great.
In jail.
Worst comeback ever, idiot.
I love
In
it.
jail. He wants to get to Elmira with his family.
It's all the same situation. Everything's the same. And he doesn't care. He's like has joy. It's just so good.
Are you real?
It's amazing.
It's just so.
You can't stop kissing her. Uncle Billy got choked up right there.
Mm-hmm. Break a jukebox.
Oh man, the Gower thing, dude.
Every time. Susan, oh man,
Yeah.
classic Violet.
So good.
This guy too just throws it in. Big mouth.
Juggernaut
All right.
of cinema.
Juggernaut.
Movie's
That-
bigger than anything.
Yes.
So I always think every time, I didn't want to say it and ruin the moment, but when they get the telegram from Sam Wainwright,
Mhm.
instructed to wire $25,000, stop. I imagine me going like, oh, well, in that case, I'll take my 50 back. Oh, so you're good. Okay, so you're good. Let me just take my, hey, I thought you were really in need, but turns out that Sam's got you
That's
covered,
great.
bro.
Oh man, that's like right after they cut. People are like, all right, I'm gonna, yeah.
This
I'm
is
gonna,
okay.
that's-
You just
Oh my gosh, I've never thought of that. That's so good.
I want to
think of it
live
every
again.
time.
I want to live again.
Every time.
Well,
Every
boys,
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 hours on the dot. We said we go to 11. It's technically 11 o'clock exactly.
it's pretty good.
Nice job.
So,
Well-paced.
Father Mike, what we normally do, as you know, is when we have a guest, the guest always has to have some form of toast at the end. It doesn't have to be deep. It doesn't have to be amazing. It just has to be a little toast to cap off the evening with bourbon and milk, I guess. And some form
There
of
was no
wine.
milk. I've been duped.
No, doesn't he say something about it?
We were
thought he
wrong.
said David glass milk. I thought so too.
That's what too.
But Kevin, you drink a gallon of milk tonight?
Not all of it.
Pretty close. So
Gallon.
no man is a failure who has friends. Huzzah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That was a good time, gentlemen.
Good.
Yes.
Great movie.
All right. See you guys next year.
You guys are the best.
Yeah,
Hopefully people liked joining us.
Yeah, it's
And
true.
even if they didn't, it was good watching with you guys.
Yeah, it was good to see you guys. Have a good night.
All right,
God bless.
everybody. God bless. Bye.
Open
Bye,
SS,
everybody.
everyone.
Everyone.